Hello, and welcome to the College of Fine Arts New Student Orientation Advising video. My name is Ryan Ziegler, and I am the first year academic advisor for the College of Fine Arts, and I will be your narrator today. This video will serve to give you a general overview of advising, as well as general information about UNLV and the College of Fine Arts. The College of Fine Arts at UNLV is a creative nexus, led by Dean Nancy Usher. Our goal is to launch visionaries who will transform the globe through collaboration, scholarship, and innovation. We have many areas of study which are listed on this slide, which include art, dance, film, theater, architecture, music, and entertainment engineering and design. We are also the home of UNLV's Performing Arts Center, Nevada Conservatory Theater. If you would like to learn more information about our degree programs or organizations, please check out our website at www.unlv.edu/finearts. If you are interested in what our current students and faculty are up to, you can follow us on Instagram and Twitter at UNLV Fine Arts. Whether you are coming from high school or transferring from another college or university, UNLV is going to be a different experience, and an adjustment period will be required. The 2020-2021 academic school year has proven to be an unorthodox year. Communication, patience, and planning ahead have never been more important for students and faculty alike. You will be asked to take charge of your future and many different responsibilities. You can see that these responsibilities will include things such as self-advocacy, being able to navigate campus to access in-person classes, as well as offices that still have in-person business hours, balancing work, school, and your personal life, building relationships not only with professors but your fellow students in a virtual environment, and even though you may not physically be on campus, meeting registration and payment deadlines. As the spring semester approaches, there are some common pitfalls you should be aware of. Please be sure to be in contact with our financial aid office to ensure that you have completed all the necessary paperwork and that the financial aid that you are expecting has been dispersed to your account. If you plan on attending classes in person and have a car, you will need to contact our transportation and parking services to purchase a parking permit. There is something called the Federal Education Rights and Privacy Act, which keeps your educational records private. That means that university personnel cannot discuss your record with anybody other than you unless you have granted them permission to do so. Please make sure you have your AP, ACT, SAT, and official transcripts submitted to UNLV before the semester begins so that advisors like myself can ensure that you are placed in appropriate classes. Some other common pitfalls are listed, and please be sure not to suffer in silence. If you have questions, please reach out and let either an advisor or other staff members know. This is our contact information for our advising office. We do have a physical location, although we will be offering our services virtually. Our business hours are Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. If you want to get a hold of our office, our phone and email are listed. This is our advising staff. As you can see, the names of each of us are listed, as well with the majors that we advise. If you are a first-year student coming straight out of high school, I will be your advisor. If you are a transfer student, you will be meeting with the advisor where your major is listed. Not pictured here are also some other important people that you should know, such as our administrative assistant, Donna Harris, who mans our front office, as well as our student workers who answer our phones and email. Oftentimes, students think that as an advisor, it's my job to tell you exactly what steps you need to take in your degree program, and to a point it is. However, advising is really a partnership between the student and advisor. We can help you by explaining your degree requirements, by listening to your concerns, hosting workshops on resources and other university policies, and making sure that you're informed. However, we're not mind readers, and we do have certain expectations of students, such as you should ask for help, especially if you're trying to do something and it's not working. Please show up for any scheduled appointments that you may have, and if you do not plan on keeping an appointment, please cancel it. Make sure that you monitor your Rebel Mail daily so that you are kept up to date with important developments, and take responsibility for your education. If you have a quick question, you can send it to us via email. If you have not activated your Rebel Mail account, please do so. This is the official method of communication of UNLV, and in order to make sure that we can answer your questions quickly, please include your full name and INCHI ID. Please know that we don't expect you to know everything about UNLV or your degree. Please meet with an academic advisor at least once a semester to plan out your courses for future semesters, as well as review your degree requirements and learn additional information about your degree. Please know that in every class that you will take, you will receive what is called a syllabus. The syllabus is your contract between the university and you as a student. It will outline clearly the expectations that the professor has for a class, including meeting times, assignments, class policies, late work, and other caveats. If you are taking in-person classes, we do offer an online maps so you can find out where your buildings are on campus. All buildings do have full names, but we abbreviate them and use codes such as CDC, which stands for the Central Desert Complex, and so on. UNLV provides 4 different types of mode of instruction for its classes. Mode of instruction refers to how a class is taught. The first is called in-person, and traditionally, these are the types of classes that students think of when attending a university or college. In-person classes require physical attendance at set days and times and will take place in a physical classroom on campus. Web Live courses are offered online and require virtual attendance at set days and times. Web-based courses are also online, but unlike the Web Live, they do not have set days or time for attendance. And the final mode of instruction is known as hybrid, which means that there will be a combination of both in-person and online characteristics. 50% of the class will be taught online, and 50% of the class will be taught in person with required physical attendance at set days and times. Please note that all online courses, including the hybrid course, will be charged a distance learning fee that will be calculated into the cost of that course. Please make sure that you download our Rebel Safe app on both Apple and Android. This way you are connected with our police services, and when we do return the campus, it will ensure that you are safe and up to date on pertinent information. MyUNLV is your student account for performing administrative functions. If you haven't taken a look at it yet, please do so. And if you haven't had it set up yet, please make sure that you go ahead and initiate your login. Right now, the most important thing to keep in mind in MyUNLV is to keep track of your tasks. Once you log into MyUNLV, you can click on your Tasks tab. That will open up a window where you can click on the left-hand side, click on your to-do list, and it will list any current tasks that you may have, such as turning in transcripts, submitting test scores, completing financial aid verification, housing, and other important things that will need to be completed before you start. If you are taking even a single in-person class on campus, you are required to submit immunization records according to state laws. If you do not submit immunization records, you will have a registration hold placed on your account, which will not be removed until you submit your immunization records. If you have a completely virtual class schedule or are unable to get your immunization records, please reach out to our registrar's office at 702-895-3443, and they will evaluate on a case-by-case basis if those holds can be removed or not without submission of your immunization records. If you have AP tests, please make sure that you are requesting that those be sent to UNLV through your College Board account. Without official scores from College Board, we cannot give you credit for your AP tests and scores, and as an advisor, I cannot make changes to your schedule without those official AP scores being posted. For first-year students, ACT or SAT scores are used for your initial English and math placement. Transfer students, please see your advisor for specific details on your math and English placement. UNLV does accept ACT and SAT scores that are 2 years or less. If you do not have ACT or SAT scores, or they are older than 2 years, you will have to complete a math placement or an English placement test. Keep in mind that courses that are below the 100 level will not fulfill degree requirements. The majority of fine art majors are required to take Math 120 or above. Math 120 is fundamentals of college math. The exception to this rule are our architecture students and entertainment, engineering, and design students. You will need Math 126 and 127, which are pre-calculus 1 and 2 respectively. If you are going into a non-fine arts major, generally you are required to take college algebra for those degrees. It is required through the Board of Regents that students complete any outstanding English or math requirements that they may have, so you may not drop math and you may not drop English. If you have concerns, please see your advisor. Earlier, I mentioned that there will be registration and payment deadlines, among other important dates throughout the semester. Please refer to www.unlv.edu/registrar/calendars to see your semester calendar, which will relay those important dates such as when payment are due, when is the last day to withdraw from classes, when does the semester start, when does final start, and other commonly referred to dates. And that's all, folks. Please don't forget to complete your pre-orientation module in Web Canvas if you haven't already done so. The pre-orientation module will cover a lot more information than what was covered in this video, such as how to get involved on campus, more information on academic advising, additional tips and resources, how to pay for college, and everyday tips for first-year students. We're excited to have you, and we can't wait to meet you